Welcome to the Coming Home to You Sparkcast, the remembrance portal for soul-led women, mystics, mothers, visionaries, and rebels with a sacred cause. You know, the ones who are ready to come home to themselves and rise in their full light. Here, we don't chase perfection. We return to truth. We return to breath, and we return to the woman that we were always meant to be. So before we begin, let's drop into our one breath, one heart ritual. This is a grounding moment that unites every woman listening across time and space. So if it feels safe to do so, close your eyes and put one hand on your heart and one on your belly, on your womb. I want you to inhale the truth of who you are in this moment. And then when you exhale, just exhale everything that you are not. Now take one more deep, slow breath in for 6 counts. And I want you to hold it for 2 at the top. And then when you exhale for 8 counts, just really feel yourself grounding into this moment. And I want us to, in this moment now, create a joy spark moment of gratitude. So hold in your heart something that you're grateful for today. Really feel it expanding in your heart, rippling outward. And in this gratitude space, I want you to set your intention. How do you want to be received, held? How do you want to show up in your truth today? And now in this one breath, one heart, we can begin. I am so deeply honored to introduce back a guest that's been here multiple times, my soul sister, Filza Jabin. She is a powerful mentor, a voice activation guide whose mission is to help people unlock their inner power through confidence, communication, and everyday leadership. She truly believes that every human is born a leader naturally, and that when we find our voice, we don't just lead others, we lead our lives. Her work empowers people to speak with clarity, act with courage, and embody purpose in every part of their lives. So please help me welcome today Filza to the Sparkcast. Hi, sister.
Hello, Margarita. Thank you for having me here. I'm so grateful for this opportunity again. I love being here with you. And hello to everyone, whoever is listening, whoever is here for listening and diving deep into their, calling, right? Coming back to their home, wherever has intention. So I'm very excited.
So you really just said hello, and I'm already feeling so many body chills in my being. So I just love your grounded, home, authentic presence. It's so welcoming. So I'm just so grateful to have you here. Really, your words and the way you deliver them have a way of reaching me in my core of my soul. So I'm grateful because every time I hear you speak, I learn more about myself and why I'm here. So thank you. So
Thank
Filza,
you
let's
so
get right
much.
to it. Yes, the deep-rooted start, right? There's that beginning, that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, something's got to change. So before the confidence and the communication mastery and the leadership work that you're doing, there was a woman who had to find her own voice first. Can you really take us back to that moment when you realized that you're coming home to yourself, to your truth and your voice and your leadership was the turning point for everything?
Wow, that's an amazing question because it is making me realize that I was never feeling the need of moving towards leadership. I never knew that this work is getting done or leadership exists in this world. I was happily, comfortably comfortable in my victimhood, blaming others for uh, all the things happening to me. And I was never aware until one person who literally brought me into this space. She held my hand and brought me into this space, and the moment I started realizing that it begins with me, I started seeing the shift in my appearance, in my life, in my relationship. So to be honest, I was never willing to come to this space. Though I was meant to, but I was never willing and never knew that what am I going to get from this. I was really confused. When I joined leadership program, it was like a program for me and I really wanted it to end as soon as possible. So, and when I came into this, it was really uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. Why everything is pointing me, towards me? Is it really me who need to shift, who need to do all the work? And that took a 360-degree turn, and that made me realize that it's not about me doing all the work or me working. It's just as your Sparkcast name, coming home to you. It was just me calling myself that come back, see who you are and what you are meant to do in this world, own it and begin the journey. It was like that. So I finally stepped out of my comfort zone because victimhood was serving me a lot, serving me by no growth, comfort, sleep, lot of sleep. And what was the ripple effect? The ripple of it was like my family was not growing, my relationship was not good, and I was not doing anything, and I was looking into others, how they can support me, how they are doing wrong to me, and I was in that comfort zone and never willing to come out. And that happened for a quite long time. So since I started this and I realized that there is a lot which is waiting for me to come, waiting for me to bring it up, not come, waiting for me to bring it up on the surface so that people can receive through me. And it's a journey. It's never going to take me to a perfectionism. It's never going to be perfect. It has to be messy. It has to be like, keep going. It needs to be keep going. The process is keep going. If I see myself now, I'm not perfect, but I'm still figuring it out. Trying to bring things and learning how to focus towards me. So that's my journey before, and my journey after is figuring it out.
Figuring it out.
Yes.
I love that. And I think what I heard you say too is there was a moment when you probably had to shift the way that you thought about yourself, the victim. Can you take us to the exact moment where you were just like, you shifted that? And what was it? Like for me, for instance, I started looking for the evidence of my greatness instead of looking for the evidence of how I was wrong or bad and broken. So was there a moment like that that defined you? Maybe it was a conversation with a coach, or sitting there repeating the pattern. Can you take us to that exact little moment when you were like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been doing wrong?
Yes, there was a moment. Not during the leadership program, when I was doing the leadership program, it never happened then. It happened when I was searching leadership after the program in others. Like, why are they not doing it? Why am I doing all the work? And I went to my coach and I was really like feeling bad. I was crying and I was telling her, like, I'm feeling like a lone wolf here. All the work has to be done by me and nobody is taking any step. Nobody is moving forward. I'm feeling so lonely. And she told me, so you are the torch bearer. You are the one who is carrying it. but nobody knows how far, how long you are going to carry. But look behind. Where have you come? Look behind. What were you thinking about yourself and about the results you're creating and what you are right now? Look into the uh, look into the ripple you're creating in your family. That was the moment I realized that I must not wait for anyone else to come and partner me. It's my journey. I get to be, and I'm already creating ripple effect here. Already people are receiving through me. So what is that I want to pass it on? I just need to shift that. As it is, if I'm sleeping, if I'm being in my victimhood, I am creating a ripple effect. I am creating that, passing that legacy to them. But what do I really want to pass on to my children, to the next generation? That need to be shifted by me. So that was the turning point when she made me realize that I am worthy and I am powerful, and I get to focus towards just my journey and things are getting created. That was a shifting point for me. And since then, till now, yes, there are some ups and downs in life, but still, I am happy and I am always excited in my failures and in my achievements and in my success. Because I am understanding the importance of it. I am understanding. I'm no more waiting for others to step up.
That's
So
powerful.
that was the moment I broke through that belief that if I want to create anything in this world, it gets to be done by me, because my God has given me the sense. My God has shown me the path. So it's my responsibility to pass it on. It's my responsibility to own it, see it, and carry it forward. Yeah.
Yes. And I love that. And I just want to like sit and ground in what you said, because it does feel like a lone road by yourself in leadership. It's because you start to see everybody in their wound. You start to see the people in the place that we were in, right? And I love what you said. If it's up to be, if it's going to happen, if it's up to be, it's going to be up to me, right? So like you are the creator of your experiences, and being fully responsible for that is what really helped you stay grounded in your purpose. And then there's that rising spark, that moment that you make those awareness, and then you start to come from that place of being. And you really teach everyone that they are a born leader. But many women don't feel that way, because maybe there's fear, there's silence, there's self-doubt, there's shame, and all of that has shaped their lives up until now. So, what are some of your inner patterns or experiences that you had to break through to reclaim your voice and step boldly in the woman you are today?
Okay, that's touching my heart, as you are saying that yes, there was so many feeling attached to it, that I'm never heard, I'm never seen, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me, nobody stands for me. So many things were attached to my existence. And as I was peeling the layers of onion and throwing it out from my life, it was like a clear path in front of me, and I was seeing the road carved in front of me, and that was process of forgiveness. And as I believe, forgiveness is not a human trait. As a human, I I don't own this, um, this gift of forgiveness. I can't forgive. I only can see the benefit in letting it go forgiving it, and then moving forward. Forgiveness is only done by, I believe, is God. God is the ever forgiver. So what I am doing as a human, I started seeing the benefit in letting go of all those stories, all those tag attached to myself. I started letting go of it one by one. And for that, it took me to see what is the benefit in it for me, the literal benefit, the worldly benefit. I'm not talking about the benefit hereafter. That's going to be huge. I do believe that. What's the benefit here if I'm forgiving and I'm letting go of some pain, emotion, traumas that happened to me in my past? What's the benefit? And I started decoding it and started moving forward. As I was forgiving, as I was focusing into forgiving and moving forward, I was seeing the road was carved, the path was carved by me. The eyes were opening. It was like, somebody is taking you, holding your hand and showing you the right path where you meant to be, where you were, where you were supposed to be. That was the process. I was never owning my voice because I was always feeling that people are going to judge me, people are going to make fun of me. I'm not good, I'm not enough, I can't read properly, I can't even finish a chapter, a book. I started letting go of all the stories and I started building the skills, because through that stories, as I was letting go of the stories, I was trying to protect myself. I was trying to protect my ego, my feeling inside, and I was trying to protect myself from falling and being laughed at. There was a term in leadership program like, are you willing to pay the prices? If you want to move forward, you are definitely going to pay some prices. But the question is, are you willing to pay the prices? And I sat down and I asked myself, am I really willing to pay the prices for my success? Am I really ready to get laughed at? Am I really ready to step up and see boldly what are the areas I need to work on, even if it is too late? Late, it's never late, the worldly late thing. So, and I'm still in that journey. It's never ending journey of me discovering what are the areas I need to keep working, keep upgrading myself. So forgiveness first, beginning from me. I started forgiving myself for not showing up for myself, or because most of the time I was beating myself up for not listening to my parents, not studying enough, not being present. And it was my mind who was seeking help, who was asking for help. And I started forgiving myself as I learned about it, as I learned about neurodivergency, and I started forgiving myself and I started forgiving others whom I believed were being harsh with me, were not listening to me, were not being present with me. I started forgiving, and then I started working on my skills. Skills so that I can get received by my partners, including my husband, my kids, and my friends, my clients, my siblings, my parents. I started working on myself so that I can gain more and more and more skills, and I started stuffing myself up. And getting skill was not just a degree or worldly skill, a skill of patience, a skill of being spontaneous and in the moment, skill of being focused, a skill of, being a listener, a speaker,
How do you
impact.
feel? How do you feel that those skills that you started to really focus on supported you on your journey? Because you said earlier that you were afraid to be laughed at and ridiculed if you showed up in your truth. How did those skills really ground you in your power as a leader? and communicate
So
it.
I am getting laughed at still. People are laughing at me. And
Oh,
I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. I'm very excited that I am giving permission to others to get laughed at. Let them laugh. It's their shortcoming, it's their understanding. Forgive them. They are in their journey of discovering themselves. They they are being them. You are on your own journey, and those skills helped me here. Skill of having a patience and focus and attention and moving forward. That is also a skill, to be in the moment even if people are saying something. And sometimes it's your own loved ones, and we say when your loved ones are laughing at you or not being good enough with you, it hurts. And it's not hurting that way it was hurting earlier. I get to shift my approach towards my loved ones. I get to learn how to create boundaries around, so that my loved ones can grow along with me. And trust me, it's just a skill we get to learn. And it is definitely helping me in moving forward and learning some new things and giving permission to others, especially to my kids. Especially to my kids, when they are appearing for any test or uh, anything, like they appeared for a taekwondo black belt exam, all three of them all together. So my daughter, she's 9 years old, and she had to break a tile from her hand, you know
hmm.
in order to get that black belt. So she tried, and so confident she was so confident, like nothing is going to happen, because even I am accompanying her. I am partnering my kids in taekwondo together. I'm doing it with them, taking belts with them at this age, and I'm starting at this age. So I could see that energy in them, because I am giving the permission to them to fail and fall, and it's completely okay to not break the tile in the one go. And guess what? She couldn't break the tile in the one go. She took another chance and she broke it. And that was the moment I was grateful for, because she couldn't break the tile in the one go. That was for her to receive that failure in that moment and face the crowd who was standing for her. And then again, when she broke the tile, that was another blessing, another moment for her to keep trying. Get up, try again. Fall, get up, try again. So that's the permission I am giving as I am failing, falling, and bouncing back again in my energy, brushing it up and bouncing back again.
I love that. Whew, I just got chills. And what a beautiful moment for you as a mother, because you are being for yourself, because it started with you, and then who you are is giving them the permission to show up in their truth and know that they're not going to die. It's not the end of the world. Like people
Yeah.
can laugh at you, people can criticize you, people can judge you. And I love what you said about how it says more about their state of mind, where they are in their lives, and that it's not really about you. You're just mirroring something possibly for them they're not willing to look at yet. And then that's why it's so important to have sacred tools. Those tools that you pick up along the way that are going to help you stay grounded. And your mission is rooted in confidence, communication, and purpose so beautifully. So what does leadership look like in the quiet moments of your own life? Do you have any daily practices or rituals, maybe mindset shifts that you embody that keep you grounded in your truth when you feel overwhelmed or stretched thin?
Yes, I do some prayers. I do some prayers. So I'm not going to share those prayers. I do some prayers and I ground myself and I connect to my God and I quietly sit. Apart from 5 time praying, which is mandatory in our religion, apart from that, I do pray. Whenever I'm feeling low or my heartbeat is high, I do connect to my body, to my soul, to my God who created me. I try to bring the trust in my life. And trust begins with me. Trust begins with me seeing that what am I blessed with. That helps me the most. Focusing on each and every body part of mine. What am I thinking? What are the thoughts? What is my mind trying to tell me? So I close my eyes and I just try to think about the thought which is coming in my mind right now. And then I start focusing on my body part, like focusing on my face, head, ears, throat. What is my throat trying to say? What am I trying to communicate here? Why I am feeling hurt in this moment? What is my heart trying to tell me right now? And I'm just focusing on each and every body part, and I try to ground myself into the present moment that I am safe. Nothing has been taken away from me. I still have the opportunity because I am alive. I'm still alive. I still have the opportunity. And what is that opportunity for? What is that opportunity for? So many people are alive and I am alive alongside. I get to serve that purpose. And for that, I need to focus in the moment. I need to be present here right now. What do I have? In this room, I have you, my dear friend Margarita, you. I have my kids, my husband, and the resources I have got. What do I get to create, cause and create with this so that I can leave behind a legacy which is going to stay here in this world? And it's been researched that whatever we are doing here right now today, we are holding the power to pass it on till 7th generation. Till 7th generation. So just imagine if I'm focusing on any wrong habit or anything which is not going to serve the generation, I am going to pass it on to the next generation. So what am I trying to pass on? So that's the grounding thing which I do practice in my daily life, connecting to myself, connecting to my mind, to my body, and that is really which we call is body scanning, and connecting to our thoughts and our body, and see 5 things around you, touch 4 things around you, smell 3 things around you, hear 2 sounds around you, and take a sip of water and ground yourself and activate all your sense organ, because it's not just the eye, it's all together. Everything is giving you the information from the world. If you are scared, tell your sense organ that you are safe, you're here, you still have the opportunity.
Yeah, it sounds like you're learning to reparent yourself, be the version of the mother that you didn't have, or the keeper. Um, I love the body scanning, and that is a great way to get present. What and getting curious about what is my voice saying. I actually had hip pain for a long time,
Yeah.
debilitating pain. And I finally asked it like what it was. And I got down to it being guilt. And then I got further into it being shame. And I love when you talk about forgiveness being the first thing that you did, because when I actually forgave the younger version of myself for not knowing how to protect myself or how to let it go or to process it, and then I forgave my older version of myself because I was still holding on to that. And then when I finally just like really forgave all aspects of me, I felt that energy shoot down my leg and the pain went away. So the power of forgiveness is like a real, a real thing.
Yes.
So I love that you started there. And I think forgiveness also gives you the opportunity to give yourself grace, which is what I heard underlying all of that is that you were giving yourself grace to fail, to be you, and be messy, and that is beautiful because life is messy and leadership is messy, and when you're rediscovering the truth of who you are, it gets to be messy, beautifully messy. And that's why, like, you talked about, creating impact and who you are, and that's why the community bridge is part of one of my questions, because we do, regardless of who we're being, we are impacting the community. And I love what you said about 7 generations. That really hit me to the core. I was like, oh my gosh, in my lifetime, who I am being and what I leave my legacy behind is going to be for 7 generations. And that makes me feel urgent in really doing the work even more profoundly and powerfully. So your work really brings leadership into everyday lives, not just as a title, but as a way of being. We hear so much in the leadership program. It's not what you're doing, it's who you're being. So how do you see your
Yes.
message creating, right? How do you see your message creating that ripple effect for women listening, especially those who have powerful things to say but still feel silenced by themselves?
Okay, so I would like to share a short story here. As I was doing my leadership program, I thought that I will learn bicycling because I wanted to learn bicycle, but I never had the opportunity in my young age, in my childhood days. But I do taught bicycling to my sons and my daughter. So I decided to learn bicycling. And in my community, in my society, women are not cycling that often on the road. So when I took that bicycle and I started learning on the road and dared to fall, dared to take a risk to break my bones, even at this age, at 35. When I started learning, I was 35. I was giving a strong message, starting from my daughter, who was just 4 years old back then. Starting from her to my sister to all the women around me. That step up, step up. Who are you waiting for? It's you. It's your time. You get to create this. Nobody is going to come. This is one thing I've learned my whole life. If I'm having that sense, if I'm having that understanding, I get to do it myself. And growing up, I was searching for some examples around me. I was searching. As a child, I was searching for some examples so that I can get the permission to do it. So as I was learning the bicycle, later on I learned driving and I started driving on the road. I was giving the permission for everyone to stop spending money here and there. Spend it on yourself, on your upgradation, on your skills, which is going to support you, your family, your children, and everyone around you. Everyone around you. So I want to tell to each and every woman who is listening here, you are very much powerful. What is stopping you? What is your driver in your life? What is driving you to do the work you are doing? Just shift the intention and see the magic happening right now. Your driver will be the same, but as your intention changes, your direction, complete direction will change. And nobody is going to do it for you, for your family, for your world. This is your world. You are brought here for some reason. We are together. Right? There's some reason I'm sitting here in the middle of the night, 12 a.m. and talking to Margarita there from millions and millions of miles away. Okay, I'm talking to you through this. This is not a coincidence. These things are happening for us, not to us. These things are happening for us. Who do you get to be today? What are you going to create by being what you're being today? So this is my message to all of you. To see the power in you. What is your strength? And start building brick by brick, brick by brick. See it and create it. Because it's not just you're creating it for yourself. You're creating it for us. You're creating it for people around you. You're creating it for whole world. And you're very valuable. You're very valuable. You just need to see the value you own. Nobody is going to tell you what is your value. You get to lean into it. You get to understand. You get to find the value, and you get to see it and preserve it and learn how to make it big in your life.
That was just so beautiful. I think I wrote the most from that. Um, there is a higher purpose for you. Um, there was a moment when I was asking the question, why am I in so much pain? Why does it feel like the world is against me? Why does it feel like I'm broken? I have these epiphany moments. I have these aha realizations, but I felt like I was still repeating the same patterns. And it wasn't until I asked, because God is always there. And you just got to ask for guidance and look quietly for the answers. And it's in the stillness that you hear them. And I heard in that moment, it's not about you. And I was like, of course it's about me. It's my life. What do you mean? It's like, no, but it's not about you. And then I heard that it was through my pain that I find my purpose of why I'm here in the world and exactly how I went through it and who I am as a person and how I deliver that is what makes me unique and gives me purpose higher than and unique, right? And so like you have a beautiful vision, and you are an amazing communicator and you even being nervous, just speaking your truth. And when I first invited you to my very first masterclass back like 2 years ago, and I've just seen you really step powerfully and boldly in your power. Like you were like, oh my God, I didn't die, and I got such great feedback, and I inspired and empowered other women, and that's what it's about. And I think just getting that permission, right, that first permission for yourself to show up boldly was the turning point, I think, for all of us in that moment. And that's why it's so important for people to find you, to find the work that you're doing. So, for the people out there who really are connected to your story, who see themselves in you, where can they find your work? Do you have an offer or anything coming up that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would like to share my program here. I'm giving a 50% discount on that. My program, which is distraction management program, to like in the first phase of this program, 3-month program. In our first month, we focus on knowing who you are. In the second phase, we are working on being effective communicator. And in the third phase, we are building momentum. We are building momentum in our life. Through that program, you are going to gain confidence about who you are and who you're meant to be and what are the skills you need right now. And how can you communicate with your partners around you. So I will be giving a link to you, Margarita, so that you can put the link of that program to your audience, because they are going to get 50% discount on that. And for those who want to know more about it, about the program, they can come and talk to me personally. They can DM me through on my WhatsApp, and they can talk and get the clearance about it.
Beautiful.
So I will be starting the batch in the month of January. The next cohort is in the month of January.
Beautiful. And I will be putting the link to that in all the show notes. So wherever you're watching this, just look below and you'll find the link to her beautiful program. So as we are closing this conversation, the last question I ask is always about the home within, the invitation to the sister out there who is listening right now, who she's been dimming her voice and her light for years. She's swallowed her truth, playing small and forgotten her true brilliance. What would you whisper to her about the power of her voice, her worth, and coming home to herself today? Not someday, but today.
So the first thing first, I would like to say, when we talk about using your voice and communicating what you really want to communicate, okay, so we always find someone whom we can talk, and a platform where we can go and talk and where we can communicate what we truly want. I want you to stop right now. Stop doing that right now. You're not going to get any platform better than your own self. Start communicating to yourself right now. Just shift the story in your mind, and there's the magic line. You just need to shift the story which is going on, which is not serving you. Just let it go. Just throw it out of your mind. You are enough. You are amazing. And the simple process to it is start counting your resources. What are you having right now? What are your skills? Write down 50 skills you have and make it easy for you. Don't focus on those skills, because I have seen many people like after 5, 6, 10, 20, they'll say I don't have more skills than these. And I know 50 is just the platform. You have many more, and many more is coming to you. So just shift the story today, now. Sit down, shift the story inside your mind, and start counting on what you have already created and what you are already owning. Just tell yourself again and again, just read it. Those 50 skills of yours, your mind, your body, your soul is asking you about your worth. Just tell the story to yourself. That is the beginning of owning your voice. There your voice is lying. The moment you gain the confidence within, our intra-communication is definitely impacting our intercommunication. That's the work we need to do right now. It's very easy, but it's going to be it's going to take time for you to understand what is the benefit of it. Start doing it today, because it's easy. Just make it easy. Make life joyful and easy for you as much as you can. Because if you are making life easy for you, guess what is happening? World is going to receive you. World is not yet receiving you. They get to receive you. What are you bringing for them? You holding it back, and don't dare to do that. Don't hold it to yourself. Those are the gifts meant to be passed on. Pass it on, and make it be messy, just like me. I'm being messy, and I was thinking of what am I going to speak in this Sparkcast? What am I going to say? And I just decided to be authentic. I just decided to be me and speak from my heart. So do it right now. Write down 50 skills you have and read it. Tell yourself and celebrate. And again tell yourself and celebrate. The moment you celebrate, you're celebrating you. That's giving me so much of joy by just saying this, because when I wrote this 50 skills I was feeling like, oh my God, I've written this. Do I really own this? I don't even need to pay the rent for it. These are all mine. I included my degrees, I included my certificates, I included my speaking skills, my empathetic skills, my language skills, my cooking skills, even blowing the bubble. I can blow the bubble. That easy. Make it that easy for you. Don't compare, because we always compare. Being a human being, we always, as we enter the room, we start comparing ourselves. So stop comparing right now and see what you own. The moment you stop comparing, you're bringing it out. You're bringing yourself out. That's true coming home to you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I just got butterflies in my stomach. I got welled up. I felt like I was going to cry, but I could feel the joy in your words, and I could feel the intention and the authenticity behind them. And I often tell my guest speakers that it's not about rehearsing or doing it perfect. It's really just showing up in your raw, true, authentic self. So thank you for being exactly who I thought you would be on this conversation. You have always shown up so powerfully from that moment that I met you. So thank you for being
Thank
here
you.
today. I'm so
Thank you.
grateful
Thank
for
you
your
so
words
much.
and your wisdom and for sharing them with us today.
Thank
Sisters,
you.
as we close today's extraordinary conversation with Filza, let this land with the weight and tenderness that it deserves. Your life doesn't shift when the world changes. Your life shifts when you do. Filza's story is a mirror for every woman who has ever believed leadership wasn't for her, that she was meant to stay small, that comfort was safer than truth, and that life was simply happening to her. But today's conversation revealed the real breakthrough. Leadership begins the moment you stop waiting to be saved. It becomes the one and become the one who chooses yourself. Filza showed us that victimhood comes from false payouts, but the cost is your power. And when she saw her life was falling apart, not because she was wrong, but because she was ready to rise, everything shifted. Messy, imperfect, two steps back, one step forward, but still always moving forward. Because leadership isn't a title, it's a remembrance. A lonely road sometimes, but a holy one. You are the torchbearer. You are the trailblazer and the ancestor your future lineage will thank you for. And that begins with forgiveness of self, of others, of the stories that kept you safe, but also kept you stuck. Let go of who you thought you had to be. Release the identities that no longer serve your expansion. Get curious with your thoughts. Scan your body and tell yourself, I am safe, I am okay, and I am here. Because when you do this, in this lifetime, your healing, your courage, your awakening, it ripples forward for 7 generations. So who do you get to be today? What legacy do you want to leave behind? What life are you willing to build brick by brick with intention, with faith, and with devotion? So, sister, no one is coming to save you because it's you. It's always been you. It's always begins with you. So, dare to be messy, dare to fall, rise again, be loud, bold, fully expressed, fully alive, fully you. Your worth is not up for debate. It's not conditional and it's not an accident. If this conversation sparked something within you, if your heart cracked open just a little more, perhaps you felt seen, heard, and simply not alone, I ask you to please share this and subscribe to our channel because when you do, this content can reach more of the women who still need that reminder she's not alone, that her voice matters, and that healing is possible. And remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be. So
Yes,
until next
of
time,
course.
sisters, yes, keep rising, woo, keep shining, and keep coming home because you matter and you're enough exactly as you are. I am Margarita Rose here today with Filza Jabin, my beautiful guest, on the Sparkcast coming home to you. Until next week, we'll see you same time, same Spark channel. Be well.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.